let's go into class 4, and then let's talk about what happens when you generate a lead. Somebody reached out to you. Let me just first of all say this. It is not called a lead anything before now, okay? Everything else before now is just data or contact data information, okay? Maybe you have a phone number from skip tracing. That's all just data, okay? Until somebody says, yes, I am interested in selling something, okay? Even if you contact a person and they say they're not interested, that's still a piece of data. And yeah, you can decide to contact them in the future, but it's not really a lead until it looks like this is about to lead to a deal. That's the whole point, right? So now we've generated a lead and somebody is interested in sorry, 1 second here. We've generated a lead and somebody is interested in selling. What do you do? It's trying to make an offer. How do you make an offer? Well, we have a formula that we use here. It's 65% of ARV. Let's go ahead and talk about what we have. We have to come up with a maximum allowable offer, MAO. And that's 65% of the ARV. ARV stands for after repair value. Now, this same damn software will come up with the ARV for us. Button, can you go ahead and show us how to come up with ARV for a piece of property?
Absolutely, I'd love to do that. So let's, as Ula said, let's say we took the data, we've marketed to the data. Now it's time to actually a lead called us back. Someone said, "Hey, I got your postcard, I got your voicemail," or someone filled out your website and you got that lead. So here's what you do: you're going to go into your My Properties and click on your marketing list, and you're going to find. Oh, pardon me. You're going to find. Let me do a quick refresh here. You're going to find that property within your marketing list. And you can do one of two ways. You can either find it within your marketing list. So you're going to go into your My Properties. Oh, pardon me here. Let me go into my account. Once you find it in your My Properties, simply click on that property. So here we go. Found the property list. I'm going to go ahead and click on the first property, the second property, and this is what's going to happen. From here, you're going to want to go into the comparables and nearby listings. So again, how do we get to the property? Go into the My Properties, click on your marketing list, and click on that property. From here, go into the comparables and nearby listings, and you're going to want to use our comparables area. So from here, you can use public records, MLS records, or both public records and MLS records. Now, because Texas is a non-disclosure state, we're going to stick with the MLS. From here, you can extend the date range. So if 1 year is not giving you enough results, feel free to go back another few months if you need to, maybe a year and a half.
By the way, comparable means a property that's comparable to the subject property. The person that called you about the subject property. The comparable is a similar property within a 1 mile radius, sold within the last 1 year. And this software comes up with everything. Instead of you scrambling all over Zillow and all this different website, this property, this software will basically pull all that data together in one place for you. Go ahead.
Ooh, and I like that what you just said. So you just gave us some good time frame. So we're going to go back a year. I love that. So let's go back a year, May 18 to 2020, a distance of 1 mile. So that should generate more records. There we go. And then the rest is, again, comparables, is that you have a property that's 2 bedrooms and 1.5 bath with a certain square footage. So therefore, we need to look for that. 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, certain year built, certain square footage, and isolate properties that are similar, right? Now, some areas, maybe they don't have enough 1.5 bath, maybe they only have the 2 bathrooms. So feel free to put a limit on that. You don't necessarily have to find a 1.5 bath. Sometimes they can turn that 1.5 bath to a 2 bathroom. So what I personally like to do is incorporate the 2 bathrooms in here as well. And here we go. We now have our results. Now, be careful. As you're going through your results, you might see things that don't add up. Like this is a 3 bedroom. If you see that, go ahead and deselect that. But the real question now is to ask yourself why. Look at the address, look at the amounts. If you see something at a lower amount, it's probably been a discount purchase. You're going to want to deselect that. Anything in the hundreds of dollars, that's usually a rental. You're going to want to deselect that, right? So the idea is to look at the addresses, look at where they're at on the location. If you want, you can even zoom in, put the gentleman right in front of the comp to see the property itself that sold. from the outside. Pictures are also included. As you're looking at your results, you'll see camera icons. This will allow you to see the photo's interior. So you can see this is a property that's been what? Rehab and sold. And we need to come up with an after repair value. So as you're going through your results and selecting the ones that have the rehab costs, you'll then be able to, in this case, choose all 4 of them, and you'll be generated an average sell price. But again, this is not your offer price. What I would recommend that you do is, after selecting your comps, go to actions and view the comps report. Now, while that report's generating, because that's something you're probably going to want to send to your buyers or your sellers, this right here is just your average sell price of the properties that you've clicked. Now, once you have that, you're just going to want to pull out a calculator and multiply that number by the 65% rule. So 0.65, and that would be your maximum allowable offer. And again, before your rehabs and all that stuff.
Awesome. All right, good. All right, so here's the thing that I wanted to share with you in this section as well before we move on to stage 4, right? The 5-question script is really simple. You want to verify their name. If you're cold calling, which I don't really recommend, but if you found somebody who has the magic of cold calling, please, by all means, do you. The bottom line is that we're looking for people that have houses to sell. I think all marketing strategies work. If the question is, are you still going to be working by the time it's going to work? If you're going to get frustrated out of the situation before it works, then we got a problem. The same thing goes for driving for dollars. Same thing goes for cold calling. You're not going to be in the game by the time it's supposed to work. So make sure you're positioned for consistency, because human beings, we don't know how to be consistent. It's just not in us. We need to be positioned for it, right? So now, 5 questions. When you do talk to that person, verify their name. John? Button? That's it. That's the first question. You do yes. You don't want to say, can I speak to Button? You don't want to say all that, okay? Because it doesn't sound familiar. Button? John? Okay? The next thing is say, yes, I'm calling by 123 Main Street. Then shut up. That's the second question right there. Then just shut up. Let them confirm or not, or deny that. If they say, yes, what about it? That means you've confirmed the next question. The third question, let me think. See, I'm trying to come off my top, right? I do have a video coming up on that, by the way. But basically, the last 2 questions, you want to ask them, how soon do they need to sell? Well, before that, why do they need to sell? Then how soon do they need to sell? Okay. Name, verify the property address. Why are they selling? How soon do they need? You got 4 right there. Look out for that other video so you can get the 5th question on how to talk to them when you're talking to them. Because once you generate a lead, you do need to talk to them. But keep in mind that you're not a salesperson. You're consulting. Okay. You're trying to see if there is value that you can provide this person. How are you going to know if there's value to provide them if you don't ask them questions? You're just asking questions. You don't have to give them an offer on the phone right now. Tell them, hey, let me get back to you. I'll call you in about 12 business hours, okay? Let me do some math and I'll get back to you with an offer. That's it. That's all you have to do. Don't overstress it, okay? And like I said, look out for that other video on the 5 complete questions.